folks, this is a 2024 Kia Soul. It's got 21,000 miles, remainder of Kia's factory warranty, which includes powertrain warranty of 5-year, 60,000 miles. Both you get the remainder, the factory and the powertrain, the remainder of the 5-year, 60,000 mile warranty. This is Jeremiah here at the Chevrolet of Ottawa. Give you a quick walk around of the vehicle. I'm very familiar with Kias and Hyundais, so I can go over all the details here with you, but let's get a good look at the vehicle's body. This is very well kept. Previous owner, well, the reason they got rid of it is they needed to have a bigger back end for a wheelchair. Otherwise, this was intended to be their long-term ownership vehicle. So it's well taken care of, low mileage, very good condition. But let's go ahead and take a look at a few things in the vehicle. We'll start with, why not? Let's start with a little safety. Pop the hood. Always reach in and swipe to the left with Kias and Hyundais. And I always like to do worst case scenario. You get a front end collision. What can you expect to happen? Well, the front end of this vehicle in a front end collision is supposed to crush and crumple to cushion that impact by design. This is a lower tensile strength steel in the front of the vehicle. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. There we go, a little more room. And then the engine block is designed to break off the redirection of the motor mount right there. The engine is going to drop down and go against the firewall of the vehicle, so objects have to penetrate it to get to you on the inside. And then additionally, you've got crumple zones on either sides of the vehicle. Again, lower tensile strength steel, supposed to crush and crumple until it hits the unibody right here where it's a higher tensile strength steel, right? So we'll go ahead and drop this down and go over that. And on that impact, it's going to redistribute that impact up the A-pillar and out the back of the vehicle so you don't get the hard crack on the inside, where we have at least 7 airbags, 2 front, 2 side front, 2 side rear, the 7th at the knees of the driver. Now, for the mailboxes, trash cans, and also garage doors of the world, they break away, right? Not break off, but don't worry. If you go fast enough, they will break off. All right, there we go. Now, the Kia Soul has a large amount of headroom. You would think small vehicle, maybe doesn't get it's very peppy, it's very fuel efficient. If I recall, miles per gallon on highway is 33 miles per gallon. Lots of headroom. I've had customers who are 6'7" and still had headroom in the vehicle, so plenty of room. And space, you do have storage. This is this little guy right here can go up higher for storage, but you can also have your spare underneath. Seats are 60-40 split, so they can drop down and quickly make room. You got the little lever right there, you can pull and drop it down, so you can have quite a bit of practical space in the vehicle. Speaking of which, let's go to the back of the vehicle. It's a little frosty outside, so that's why it's wet and looks a little frozen. Very clean for the back seat. This is flat all the way across, so it's not like a big hump in the middle, so you can truly seat 5 in there if you needed to. And then hard back seats, if you got anybody that likes to bludgeon kidneys with their feet, that would be kiddos. I got 4 of them, so a lot of bludgeoning. And then, of course, manual adjustable seats, power windows, power locks, usual suspects on the passenger side. And you do have stuff in the glove box. Let's go to the driver and look at the goodies there. Again, power windows, power locks. You can lock out the back seat for the windows from being dropped down. You have your adjustable side mirrors right there. And then height adjustment for the driver's side. Lean, proximity to pull you closer. Here we have a couple different options. You have the interior lights, electronic stability control. I always like to say if you want to do donuts in a parking lot, turn that off, otherwise leave that on. And then if you don't like the auto start stop feature for the fuel economy, you can turn that thing off. Illuminated means off. Right. There you go. Let's go ahead and turn the air down so we can talk. Now the steering wheel is tilt and telescopic, so you can put it right where you want it to go. But the most important feature every vehicle has to have is the sunglass holder, and you've got that here with the vehicle. Right down here we have some storage. See if there's anything in there. Turn the light on. Just storage. Boop. Cup holders. We'll come to drive mode in a second, and then you also have your, turn the light on again, 12-volt power adapter down there, USB, and another 12-volt power adapter. Again, we'll come back to drive mode here in a minute. Moving up from that, you have your climate controls. We have, of course, temperature modes and your fan speed separated from your entertainment system above. This does feature Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and of course it has a backup camera, very clear backup camera. If I recall right, that's 8 feet, 6 feet, 4 feet, or excuse me, 6 feet, 4 feet, 2 feet on the red, and then your bumper. You can get really close to objects with that. And then our radio, yep, AM, FM, HD radio. You have your Bluetooth capability with the media. All is there. All right, let's move on over to the steering wheel. Left-hand side, we have our adjustments for voice command, mode, for your radio, AM, FM radio, volume, channel changer, actually answer, and then you can have your favorites saved on here too. The right-hand side has a few others. You have the cruise control set up. You can turn cruise on and then set your cruise. Lane keeping assist, so that'll keep you between the lines of the road. There's a camera up there that's watching the lines of the road. So if your hands are off the steering wheel, it'll bounce you between those lines until the lines disappear. Then you disappear with off the side of the road. Okay, and then we can change our computer up here as well. All right, anything else to go over? Oh, drive mode. It says I'm going to hold on to that. So drive mode, I'm going to wipe my lens here. It's a little blurry. So drive mode changes the shift points of the transmission as well as the fuel economy. So sport mode, for instance, will make this a tighter steering wheel, and it's a much more aggressive takeoff on the vehicle. It's pretty noticeable. But then, of course, if you want to go normal mode, you're going to have the best fuel economy for stop and go traffic. Okay, I would use sport mode for when I'm getting on the highway, for instance. And then the e-brake is where it should be in every vehicle right there, especially in snowy, icy weather. You have more control if you get out of control. All right, well, I think that's about it on the vehicle. Just as a reminder, automatic lights there. Love the fact that it tells me right there when I'm changing my lights. Same thing for the windshield wipers, by the way. But just remember, the vehicle, like I said, it has a remainder of both factory and powertrain warranty. The remainder of the 5 years, 60,000 miles. It's a 2024, so you've got a year that's passed by, and it's got 21,000 miles. You got about 40,000 miles left in the vehicle. And if that's not enough, we do, of course, have coverages available for all types of vehicles. But anything you'd like to see, feel free to give me a call or text. 419-890-8793 is my cell phone. Call or text. Look forward to seeing you. Thank you for watching. Take care.